Hey, gorgeous souls. Welcome back to Self Centered, the only place where we're done pretending, we're done faking, and absolutely done with anyone telling us who we need to be. Here, we're all about embracing that beautiful, unapologetic version of you. Because the only person who gets to define you is, well, you. I'm your host, Sheena, and today we're diving headfirst into the power of authenticity. Now, this episode is all about the freedom of being you for real. No filters, no apologies, no pretending. So buckle up because we're about to talk about the ultimate life hack, and that's being your authentic self. And I find this to be so helpful. And we'll get into how to embrace the fabulousness that is you, because you are fabulous. Don't forget that. So let's start off with what it means to be authentic. Let me kick this off with a little reality check. How many of us are out here living like we're on somebody else's schedule? Like we're living like we're on somebody else's Like we're living somebody else's life. We're wearing masks to fit into other people's expectations. It's the way that we see ourselves through what we expect others to see. Now listen, sis, bruh, everyone in between, let's stop right there. Authenticity is about ditching all of that and getting real with yourself. So let me tell you, being authentic means showing up in the world as exactly who you are, with no edits, although we love a little Photoshop, no filters. It's all about saying, this is me, take it or leave it, but either way, I'm good. You know why authenticity is so powerful? I want you to think about this for a second. Because when you're real, the right people, the right opportunity, the right vibes are drawn to you like a magnet, because you're a magnet for real. You attract what you are. And when you're authentic, people see that. When you're busy trying to be somebody else, you're blocking your blessings. So make sure you step out of that mask, you throw it away, and think about what the true you would do. Now, let's keep it 100. Most of us struggle with being authentic because we're too busy, you guessed it, worrying about what other people think. And that's what we have to avoid, because we're out here scared that if we show the world who we really are, they might not like it. Does that really matter? The answer is no. But here's the gag. Other people's opinions are not paying your bills or making you happy. So why are you letting them run your life? Really, this is a true question. Look, society tells us to fit into these neat little boxes. Dress this way, act that way, follow this trend, blah, 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 blah. But I'm here to tell you that being your true self is the biggest rebellion against a world. This is getting a little bit in detail, but it's the biggest rebellion in a world that profits off of your insecurities. Think about everything that's sold to you, everything that's asked of you. Let that sink in. You feel that pressure to conform because the world wants you to conform. But honey, authenticity is where freedom lives. You get to make the rules when you're true to yourself. And really, nothing feels better than waking up every day and knowing you don't have to perform for anyone. Like, you can really just be you. You can wake up being yourself. Don't even have to put the mask on. And when we're talking about the mask, we're talking about this idea that you think everybody needs to see when they see you. Let's get into some of the benefits of embracing your authentic self. It's your personal superpower. when you embrace who you really are. When you're true to yourself, everything will fall into place. It's like your relationships get better because they're based on real, true connection. You being you. This is about you, how you feel, how you take in the world, and everything becomes better based on that. Your career may take off because you're not pretending to be somebody you're not. You're really taking part in your passions, and it's growing through you authentically. And your mental health, it will skyrocket because, baby, pretending is tiresome, it's exhausting, it's a day in, day out job. Do you need another job? No. Being yourself is the easiest way to get by. So imagine going through life not caring about people pleasing, which is a tough battle because you always want to make people happy. I battle with that. But imagine not feeling drained after every single conversation because you didn't have to fake it. When you start living authentically, you attract what's meant for you, and you push away the stuff that's just wasting your time. So it actually eliminates time wasting activities. Authenticity becomes a filter that saves you from bull. And here's another truth. People will respect you more when you're real. And this is something that I'm realizing as well. Take off the veneer. The right people will vibe with your authenticity, and the wrong ones, well, they'll fall off. You didn't need them anyway. I mean, not to be funny, but it's a blessing. Let the time wasters fall off and get with what's meant for you. Don't waste time thinking about what the fake you brought in. What the real you brings in is far more important. So, how do we step into our authentic selves without letting the world and its noise drown us out? So, we're going to break this down with some yellow pill magic. Step 1 is to know yourself, that this is the foundation of everything. Okay? Self-awareness is key. You have to know who you are before you can be authentic. So what are your values? Take a second to think about that. What are some of your quirks? What makes you tick and get going? Spend some time with yourself and get clear on what you're about personally. Who are you? Step number 2, you're going to have to own your story. Look, we've all been through stuff, mistakes, heartaches, triumphs, failures, and all of it makes up who we are. So stop hiding your story because it's actually part of your magic. Own every part of it. Don't let society shame you for your experiences, because they will. Don't pay attention, because this is also another time waster. You know what? It doesn't matter. That's your power. You wear who you are proudly. That's something I 100% stand behind. Now, step number 3 is stop comparing yourself. This is huge. This might be the biggest one because, y'all, social media can be a trap if you let it. When you're constantly comparing yourself to others, you're stepping away from your authentic self. You got to focus on your journey. Stay in your lane. And remember, no one's highlight reel, what they're posting on social media or everywhere else for that matter, tells you the whole story. So you're looking at a screenshot, a snippet, a small piece, and you don't know the whole story, just like they don't know yours. So be able to view the lens you're comparing through, view yourself through that as well. So speak your truth is step 4, because we're done faking it. Okay. When you have something to say it. Speak from the heart. I'm not saying be rude, but when you start doing that, you'll notice how liberating it feels to actually speak your feelings and never let anyone silence your voice. This is your voice. Don't forget it. Now let's talk about what the payoff of authenticity is and what it feels like. It's really a next level happiness. You will feel a weight lifted off of your shoulders. And this is really part of the yellow pill philosophy. This is the point. That you'll wake up every day excited to live your life, not the life other people expect from you. Honestly, you'll wake up most days feeling a little bit better about yourself because you're living for you. And we all battle and have things that pop up. But for the most part, you will be living a more carefree life when you live authentically. And you'll attract the right people. Those who love the real you, not the performance you. I mean, it's cool that you can put on a performance and all that, but this is about the real you. Authenticity brings confidence. It brings peace. And honestly, it brings freedom. There's nothing more powerful than living in your truth. Now, if you're ready to step fully into your authentic self and need a little help along the way, you need to check out my books. First up, we have The Self-Love Letter, which is available at theselfloveletter.com. You can click on that and purchase that book. It's full of affirmations, journal prompts, and self-love strategies to help you fall madly, truly and deeply in love with you. Because that's where authenticity starts. And for all my yellow pill community family warriors out there, don't forget to grab the yellow pill, your complete guide to a self-centered life on Amazon. Just search Sheena Aaron and you'll find it there. A list of my books will pop up when you type in my name. This book in particular is your roadmap to living unapologetically, embracing self-love, and prioritizing you in every area of your life. So if you're ready to be real, to be you, go ahead and grab those books and start living life on your own terms. I'm telling you, this is an easy way to get a grip and to grow. And who doesn't want to grow? So let's hit it with some real life examples of living authentically, shall we? Because we all love examples and we all want a little tea. Okay, let's get into some scenarios. So you're in a relationship. We're talking about you here. But you're constantly pretending to like things you don't just to keep the peace. Does this sound familiar? Okay, I know everybody's been there. It's time to stop. Tell your partner how you really feel and what you enjoy. If they love the authentic you, they'll get it and they'll appreciate your honesty. If not, well, maybe it's time to reevaluate that. Maybe it's time to reevaluate that relationship, or at least discuss where you can find common ground, and make sure you check out the last 2 episodes if you're looking to set boundaries and work on relationships. Okay, so scenario 2, you're at work and you're trying to fit into the office culture. Many of us have been there. That just isn't you. You're pretending to like the vibe, but it's draining you. Honey, speak up. Let your personality shine through, because I know you have one. The right environment will celebrate who you are and not try to change you. Another scenario you may have experienced is you're hanging with friends and everyone's into the latest thing or trend, but it's just not your thing. You're totally not into it. Guess what? It's okay to say, nah, that's not for me. Your true friends will love you for being real. Don't forget that. So live your truth. All right, beautiful souls. So that's going to be a wrap for today's episode of Self-Centered. I honestly hope you're ready to throw away your mask, tear up the scripts you've been using to get through each day, and start living your life your way. It's about that time. Because here's the bottom line. There's no one in the world like you, and that's your superpower. I promise you it is. So go out and own it. I want you to live authentically, live boldly, and most of all, live for you. And don't forget to join me next week for more Yellow Pill magic. We've got some juicy topics coming up because I'm loving this podcast, getting into what goes behind the yellow pill, and you won't want to miss it. So until then, keep being real, protect your energy, and always put yourself first, because you deserve nothing less. And I'll catch you next time on Self-Centered. Later.